Hello and welcome back to You Like It, We Don't. I'm one of your three hosts, Majin.
I'm Maeve.
And I'm Urbia. And this is our gaming news segment, and our first news article of the day will be about Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor. Martyr will be released on May 11th. So yeah, this overly titled game,
Yes,
Martyr.
I was about to say, that is quite
Yeah,
a
I was
mouthful.
surprised. I'm like, there's more text? Like, what's going on?
Imagine someone asked you, so what game are you playing? Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor the mod... Oh god, I forgot.
Martyr the Third.
Anyway guys, I just want to know which game you're playing. How will you abbreviate this? Will be
It's
W4IMAR.
W4IM.
No, it's gonna be 40K IM.
I mean, at least KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, sort of.
I mean,
spells a
Knights of
word.
the Old Republic rolls off the tongue. Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. Like, that does not roll off the tongue.
Somewhat fucked up in marketing.
But yeah, sorry. Irving, carry on, man. You were saying.
Yeah, so this game's been in development for 3 years, and now there's even a trailer. These games look interesting. I never played a single one of them. I remember as a kid, there was a store that sold for Warhammer, like, the board games, and like whenever I passed by, I was like, wow, I hope I don't become one of these losers when I grow up. But like...
How times
I was young. I was like 8 years old, and I knew these guys got no puss.
Dude, the thing is, like, Warhammer as a gaming series, though, is pretty good. So...
My personal favorite is still Dark Crusade. I love that one. But okay, that's old.
Yeah, I mean,
Ancient.
this is pretty much back in the day.
Apparently, the Empire of Tau, my favorite faction, doesn't exist anymore.
Wait, but I don't know, Irby,
Okay.
have you ever wanted to play a Warhammer game though?
I do, but I always remember like me thinking back in the day, wow, these guys are losers, and like I don't know. I keep on having that memory
Was it
attached
a board
to
game?
Warhammer.
Was it a board?
Yeah, like the original is the board game where you have to like paint the figurines yourself and shit. Like that's what I like used to look at these people do at the mall. I'm like, wow.
Okay, it's
Like-
not like that anymore. Now it's RTS strategy and Warhammer.
Yeah,
Warhammer,
there's
if I
like
recall
plenty of
correctly, was a
girls playing
third-person
Warhammer
action.
now.
Okay, I mean, look, in general, let's be honest,
It's a
okay.
bit of a sausage fest, yeah.
When it comes to Warhammer, but okay, I mean,
No wonder
Still,
gamer girls are so picky. I mean, they could just... It's like
a
a fox in a chicken coop.
gamer
they can
girls have
their
their
pick.
pick of the bunch. Let's be honest.
They're foxes in a chicken coop. Do whatever the fuck they want.
So yeah, I mean, for all Warhammer 40,000 or 40K fans out there, that's good. It's good news. There's a trailer out. If you're looking forward to it, it's good. And don't worry, it's not as bad as it used to be with the whole board game thing, like Urbia is saying.
Yeah. Now you have a
That
board
shit
game
looks so
and PC.
lame. Like 30-year-olds painting figurines at the mall. Like, god damn. I was like so young, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, everybody knows you paint your figurine at home.
Like, who goes to the mall to paint figurines? Like, I don't know.
It's a social event.
It's social.
It's like that's the only social event. Like, if you can choose from a concert, a party, shit, even the arcade, I'd understand more. But like, I don't know.
Can I paint the
I
arcade?
don't know, man. You see one 30-year-old like doing that Dance Revolution at an arcade, and you lose the will to live.
Until
I
you
remember
get to,
wanting
like,
to go to the arcade recently, and then like I got there and I looked inside, and me and my friends were like, "No, we're not doing this," and we just like, let's do something else.
Yeah, it's kind of like arcades have become very sad in recent days, unfortunately, which sucks, because back in the day when I was younger, that was the shit. That was the place to be. Now these days, it's just, I mean, you might as well just do one of those, dust sweepers. not dust sweepers. You know those like
Tumbleweeds.
tumbleweeds. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's nobody in there anymore. But you know what? It's their fault because they make it so expensive these days to go into an arcade. It's pointless. Like, if they made it cheap, I'm pretty sure people would be like, "Hey man, like finish a movie or something." It's like, "Hey man, you want to go to the arcade?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, why not? You know, it's not too much money. Might as well." Meanwhile, it's too expensive now. Like, whatever, I don't know.
So, Warhammer.
Yeah, so Warhammer. Anyway, yeah, for people looking forward to Warhammer 40,000, it's coming out on the 11th of May.
I've lost track of the series.
Yeah, there's so many.
I've lost track
so
of the plot. I have no fucking clue what's going on anymore.
The good part is the games are pretty fun, so... You know, I mean, story-wise, I mean, obviously you don't know what's going on anymore, but still, pretty fun games.
I love that short clip where the guy's supposed to execute an apostate or something, and so on. He's sort of, it doesn't really, it's not into it at all. It's like, in the immortal words of His Majesty, the God Emperor of mankind, I hereby execute you, yada yada yada.
Best way to go.
I wish I could be that nonchalant.
Alright, moving on to our next segment. Now, we have a lot of Sonic news for you guys now.
Sega have just been pumping them out now.
Yes. So, our first Sonic segment, I guess you could say, is Sonic Mania is getting an expanded Plus release this summer. And
okay.
it's going to be for $30.
And what do you get with this again? You get like 2 new playable characters, Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel.
Yes,
and are these?
And a new mode, a new Encore mode, and 4-player competitive mode as well. But the good part is, for those who bought the original, it'll be a upgrade that you can do. I'm not too sure if it's a paid upgrade though. They have not specified.
Hopefully
I'm
you don't have to
guessing
pay.
It's probably going to be a paid upgrade, unfortunately.
Because what's stopping people from buying the used copy like before it comes out?
That is true. I mean, okay, I'm guessing it's going to be paid. Because that's usually how things are these days.
It's Sega, it's going to be paid.
It's probably going to be paid. But okay, I mean, still though, it's pretty cool though, adding 2 new characters. I mean, honestly, I've never even heard of Ray the Flying Squirrel.
Is pretty interesting.
Sorry?
The
4v4, yeah, that's also pretty cool as well. The 4-player competitive mode, that's also great. I mean, it's awesome. The game has universal acclaim. You know, they say it's the best Sonic game released in years, and ironically,
it's the only Sonic game released in years.
There's a lot of Sonic games.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot, but the problem is...
I don't acknowledge all those. They're just bullshit.
Well, you shouldn't acknowledge them because they're pretty bad.
Yeah, so I don't.
So, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, guys, what do you think? I mean, I haven't gotten Sonic Mania yet myself. Which is good, because apparently I would have missed out on the Plus edition.
No, I can't get it. I still haven't beaten the first game, so like it makes no sense for me to get the games.
Oh shit! Like the first game.
In the first game, I still need to beat it. Like,
wow, okay. You're really you're just a couple of years late.
That's fine. I got time, I think.
All right, Margin. Let's move on to the next Sega Sonic news.
Alrighty then. Sonic Racing is coming to us once again.
Yes.
You take a hedgehog that can run at the speed of sound and you give him a car.
Yeah, you give him a car, yes.
That
and
way
there you
it
go,
goes
racing
fast.
game.
Why is this game so much fun? It is fun, but
look,
you take a hedgehog that can run that fast and you stick him in the car. That's like finding out the Flash has a car. Oh, he does.
Look, I have to say, Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing is such a good game.
Yeah, it surprised me.
Yes,
I wasn't expecting it to be that
Yes,
good.
I like honestly the name on its own. I was thinking it's gonna be shit just based on the name of its own. When I got the game, I loved the hell out of it. I thought it was one of the best kart racers I've played in years. The drifting is perfect. The boosting is perfect. The fact that you can fire stuff and the weapons are all great, and they have such variety.
I'm just
honestly
waiting for the real life F1 version of Wacky Races. That'll just be that shit.
Okay, well, there is a Formula One kart racer.
No, I want Wacky Races.
Oh, you want wacky races? Okay.
Yeah, from back in the day.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that would
You
be
can
pretty
put
cool
whatever
also.
gadget you want on your car and just go mad.
I kind of want the PlayStation All-Stars kart racer. I feel like that'd be cool.
That would be so good. You know what they should do? They should do what Sega did with Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and hire Sumo Digital to make it for them.
Imagine like Kratos' kart, like that
Oh
would be
my
so
god,
cool.
it would be so cool. There'd probably be skulls and shit all over it.
I'd like to
Yeah.
imagine that Ratchet and Clanks just plays the 1812 Overture as
Yes,
you drive.
Ratchet and Clank. You know what would be cool if each individual cart in that would have its own weapon based off of the character.
Yeah, like its own
cool.
special as well.
Yes,
like when you
that
power
would be
up.
super cool. I think that should be the next evolution for kart racers. Each individual character has their own special based off of their, personality or game that they're from or whatever. That would be awesome.
Yeah, like
Sony,
class-specific
do it.
weapons, and then like neutral weapons that everyone can pick up. Like,
Yes, exactly.
both.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Look, honestly, guys, I am looking forward to this so much. If it is even 70% as good as Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I keep forgetting to add Sonic at the beginning of the name. It's just such a long name. But I can't wait for it. It is so much fun. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. It was challenging though, huh? It was a very hard game. One of the
I don't know if you
hardest-
guys played the one from back in the day, the Sonic racing game that was like a foot racing game. That shit was so lame.
I never played that before. That
It was
sound
like a
pretty
top-down
bad.
view as well. Like, oh my god, it was the worst.
That sounds
It's
terrible.
just, what the fuck were you
I mean, that's
thinking?
probably why they never made another one to that. They never made a sequel. Like, they knew that they had shit on their hands. All right, Urbia. Moving on to the next Sonic. Sonic news.
Sega teams up with Puma to make sneakers. Now I really like Puma. Puma's my second favorite shoe brand after Nike. So like I'm excited to see these. Like, do you think it's gonna look like Sonic shoes, or do they gonna like do something else?
I mean, look, knowing it's probably gonna have all the Sonic colors on it.
Yeah.
It's probably going to have all of that. I would very much... Actually, I don't know. It is kind of strange that a lot of these things... Like, first it started with Sony doing a PlayStation sneakers, and now Sega are doing Sonic sneakers. I mean, it's a cool idea. But obviously it needs to be done well, because, if they look really bad, it'll just... Who's going to wear them? You know what I mean?
The losers that play Warhammer 40K.
they'll be in the store painting their figurines,
wearing Sonic
wearing
Pumas.
Sonic-
They're probably still there, but now they're like close to 50 years old.
Painting the same figurine.
Yeah.
I mean, for anyone that is interested in these sneakers, there's actually a reveal video for these sneakers, and we'll put it in the description down below. It's up to you guys whether you like it or not, whether you are
I'm
interested.
willing to bet you all of my hair that I won't see a pair down here.
Oh no! Look,
All your hair.
down here we don't get any of the cool stuff like Sony sneakers and Sega.
I have to-
sneakers.
Out of curiosity, does that include pubic hair?
Urbia!
My head is...
what? Like...
Let me put it this way. My head is mostly bald right now. Where's the hair gonna come from?
Meanwhile, on my end, I just wish I could go for a haircut. So,
are they self-lacing shoes?
No, they're
always
not
ask this
self-lacing
question.
shoes. Why do you always ask this question as soon as we start talking about sneakers? No, they're
Because
not.
self-lacing needs
They
to
are
be
not.
a thing.
Look, it is a thing. Nike has self-lacing
It's not a
shoes.
thing. I still have to lace my own shoes.
Nike has self-lacing shoes. Unless you want to spend $300 on self-lacing shoes.
No,
Shut up.
No, I want them for free. I want them here. I want them now. I'm not talking anymore.
I'm gonna hold my breath until someone gives them to me. So
On his tombstone, he was like he died waiting for something.
like on your tombstone, waited for Sonic shoes.
You think they're gonna actually go for the pixelated look? Because I'd actually like it if they do that.
I hope that they do. Look, I would enjoy anything with. The thing is, it is cool. I do like this sort of brand promotion. You know, if you're going to make games and everything, like why not just try and go into merchandise as well? I would love if there were more hoodies of certain characters and things. I mean, I wish that a lot of these more like how cool would it have been if Naughty Dog did more of the stuff with their franchises, you know?
You could have a nice gritty look for Sonic. Stick that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, look, anything. Like, why not at this point? You know, it doesn't cost too much to do.
Well, that's the beauty of a t-shirt. You can stick anything on it.
Yes, exactly.
You can stick a dildo on it. And
Yes,
no one would look at you too strangely.
Well,
Meanwhile,
no,
if you were in a business...
They would look at you pretty strangely.
Meanwhile, if you're in a business suit with a big dildo on the back... Oh, that's just a shooter.
Yes.
I wonder
All
what kind
right.
of response he would get.
Yeah, they'd probably think you're a dick. But alright, moving on. And now that's the end of our Sega Sonic news. EA have managed to shit the bed even more.
Oh,
we were
come
talking
on.
about it in the previous
Come
news
on,
segment.
look, are you gonna look me in the eye and tell me they have sunk lower?
They have sunk lower.
How? What could
So-
they possibly do that's worse than putting microtransactions back into Battlefront 2?
So this is for all the Sims fans, they have added DLC to their DLC.
Ah, fuck my uncle.
They have done DLception. They finally did it. EA have pioneered DLception.
I wish I could like erase my memory of EA. Like, you know,
I don't know, man.
it's-
Back in the day, EA had so many good things, and then they are they are the epitome of don't meet your hero, essentially. You know?
Yeah, god damn.
They've been ruining gaming now, and it's so sad from where they came from. They had such epic games back in the day. Such epic games. Like, I honestly do remember looking, like, I based it off of, because back in the day, you know, you couldn't really go into the internet and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to do a review and see, you know, how good the game is. It was either buy a
Yeah, it was
magazine,
rare.
which I couldn't afford at the time. You know?
Shit, I just went to the store, read the magazine while I was there, and then left.
The problem is, like, a lot of the times when I try that, they'd be like, hey,
Hey, fucker!
yeah, buy the magazine or get the fuck out. so, unfortunately, I did not have that, you know.
Yeah, so you had to rely on brands.
Exactly,
And you
on
knew
brands,
when you saw an EA game or a Konami game, you thought this is gonna be the shit.
Yes, I knew
Now
back
you're
in the day,
looking
yes.
at them and you're like, this is gonna be shit.
Yes, now it is shit. If I see EA on anything these days, I don't even bother. I don't even bother anymore. Back in the day, if I saw EA on a game, I was like, oh, thank God, this is the stamp of good quality. I'm going to get this.
Now
game.
it's like a big dog turn.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
they
like,
might as well. Like, honestly, that EA thing that they put on games now, might as well, they might as well take shit and smear it all over the game case for me. They might as well at
But
this
how
point.
deep can this pit go? During the last gaming section, I thought we had hit rock bottom. No, turns out you can move the rock and just keep on going.
Yes.
I mean, they could add DLC to their DLC. To their DLC.
To their DLC. It's DLception. They will eventually do it. So
with a loot box system of which DLC you get.
Yes.
Imagine you open a loot box and you get a loot box inside.
Oh my god, no.
Don't give them any ideas.
Don't give them any ideas.
You win a loot box and oh, worse. You're going to open a gold loot box and you're going to get 2 silver loot boxes.
Yeah, you just keep on endlessly opening up loot boxes.
Just don't. And then eventually you get brown loot box.
Nothing in it. It's just your screen goes brown for a second, and then a small animation of a man that comes takes the turd off.
The emoji for the turd just shows up on screen, and there you go.
With Andrew Wilson in the back with the smile emoji.
Yeah, with a smile and a thumbs up on his face. Yes.
I won't be surprised if they make loot box the game. Like, I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be about, but like, it sounds like something they can do. They're probably talking about it right now.
They're probably dreaming about it every night.
One of these days, you're going to open a box for EA, and it's just inside there's going to be nothing, no disc, no game, no nothing. Just a bank account you can deposit money into.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Where it's just like, this is our account, give us your money. All of it.
So, to put this, just for the people who would like to know more details about this DLception that they are doing, Sims 4 has about $410 worth of DLC. Okay? In one of its expansions, which is the Pets expansion, they have now added a smaller $10 expansion, and you cannot actually access this. Oh, sorry. It's not an expansion. They added a $10 DLC to the expansion, and you cannot access the DLC unless you have bought the expansion prior. So, therefore, they've actually done it.
They've added DLC
They have
to their
added
DLC.
DLC to their DLC. They have managed to do it. They've pulled it off.
Why do they make games anymore? Just say, coming this fall, DLC.
Yes.
The game.
They should just open up a casino at this point.
Like honestly, look. You know what? I hate Konami currently where it is, but you know what? I would prefer if Konami just stopped making games. You know,
Make pachinko machines.
They are currently into pachinko, which is gambling. And you know what, Konami? Do you know what? Please sell all of your IPs to gaming companies that will actually use them correctly.
Yeah, you can keep Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that's a...
but yeah, just sell all of your IPs to gaming companies that actually will respect them, okay? And just carry on with your pachinkos. I don't care anymore about you. You have screwed us over enough times for me to know that you are not the same Konami that we used to know. So please go over there into your little pachinko corner, sell your IPs, make a mint on them, because you have a lot of IPs that you could make a mint on. Guys, imagine if Sony bought the rights to Metal Gear from Konami. And
they give it back to Kojima.
And they give it back to Kojima.
I would be so happy.
Can you imagine the mind-blowing that would happen?
I'm jizzing my pants and just imagining it.
Yes, everybody on the internet would just be like, oh! It would be pure, just like unbelievable. Everybody would be so happy.
You know what would make me happy?
Yeah?
If Sony bought EA and shut it down.
And they
No
let
notice,
anybody
no reason,
make sports
just
games.
Shut it down.
Yeah, like that would be pretty cool if somebody. It doesn't even have to be Sony. If somebody bought
Anyone.
EA and they were just like, "We're shutting you down and we're keeping your IPs," and there we go, done.
Section of Star Wars, the Naughty Dog.
Oh my god! Imagine a Naughty Dog Star Wars game.
Imagine that we were going to have it.
Or Rockstar.
Yeah, until Visceral went the way of the last turd I had this morning.
Yes.
Rockstar, yes, they would make an amazing Star Wars game.
Imagine an open world Star Wars game. Fucking hell!
Open Galaxy, rather.
Open. Oh my.
Imagine
God.
you're a bounty hunter, or a smuggler, the exact same setting as GTA, where you just go around, except you could drive over people with a speeder.
Yes.
All guns are blaster rifles, and all of the missions, exact same thing, but you're a criminal in Star Wars.
Yeah, everything. Stunt races, like, everything. That'd be so cool.
Look, honestly, I just.
Imagine
they
a
can
Star
take it
Wars
online.
heist. Like, that
isn't it
sounds
fucked
cool.
up?
Star Wars heist. Yes, I want
Like,
that.
isn't it fucked up that we've gotten to the point where we want EA to just die? Because I think it would be a mercy killing, wouldn't it, at this point?
I wish I had the Death Note so I could kill them.
Like, honestly, at this point...
Okay, but
EA
would you
has
just leave it so it's a heart attack? Or would you write down,
No, I'd write down...
evacuation?
No, I'd write down death by suicide. Like, I want people to notice.
It gets death by Mexican food. It just shits himself
Or
to death.
even better, remember that one episode where he said the person has to die, but like they have to go to somewhere where nobody will find their body? Like, imagine the entire EA just like disappears. Nobody knows where they went. Like,
then all the game developers have to take over. Oh, that would be amazing. And alright. But okay, guys, I mean, overall, though, I mean, EA's shat the bed again. I'll be surprised. We were even talking about in the previous podcast, the previous gaming news podcast. Can EA get worse? And they've done it.
And
They've
they
gotten
can.
worse.
How deep
gotten
does
worse.
this fucking rabbit hole go?
Yeah, they've
How
gotten
much
worse.
more shit do we have to Surely it has to individually, right? Right?
Don't jinx it.
Right?
don't, you
jinx
keep
it.
on jinxing.
Yeah, you keep jinxing it. Stop it.
Ah.
Stop it. All right, moving on to our next news segment. Urbia, would you like to start us off, please?
So HTC, I don't know how to pronounce this. Vive.
Yeah.
Vive Pro. Price as standard. Vive gets another price cut.
Stop calling it Vive.
So the release of their updated Vive Pro head-mounted display will be out on the 5th of April.
Stop calling it Vive.
So it'll be for, what is this, 800 pounds? Or is that Euro symbol? Oh, it is pounds.
That's
okay.
pounds. That's pounds.
Alright. But at the same time, the original Vive will be getting a price cut down to 500. Which is still more expensive than the Oculus Rift or the PSVR.
Yes. I mean, okay, HTC's Vive is the most expensive out of the whole, VR situation that's going on right now. I mean, they have to make it cheaper because at this point, it's... I can't afford even a PSVR, let alone an Oculus Rift or an HTC Vive.
Yeah, that's beyond my scope at the moment.
It is way too expensive currently. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is definitely the way that the future of gaming should go.
Oh, God.
I mean, look, don't worry. They'll figure out the whole motion sickness thing for you, Martin. Don't worry. They'll figure it out. But
Do you have any idea what a cleanup it is?
idea?
When you're like me and you can't handle the VR. I even had that full body suit thing, the one where they strap you into the harness, which I'm too tall for. Fuck off. Too tall.
Meanwhile, I'd be too short for it.
Actually, there's a video which I'm not going to put on the internet because I'm not stupid, but I actually had to lean down into the harness to run.
I watched that video. That was so funny. You looked so uncomfortable.
I have to lean down and shimmy across the floor just to move, and then I stand back up.
That was super funny. That was so funny. I was just, remember when we first met up after seeing the video, I was like, "Oh, dude, are you okay in this video? You look so uncomfortable."
I wanted to puke. 10 minutes in, I was starting to feel. So, but is it solvable? Can they actually solve this motion sickness thing?
Maybe. You know what the main issue is, I think? Motion sickness comes in gaming from the frames per second not adhering to how your mind views the world.
That is true.
So if they can fix that, if they can maybe add adjustable frame rates to VR games for people who have motion sickness, then maybe they can get to the point where people who have motion sickness can put it on and then they can play and they can adjust until they see the parts where, okay, this is the perfect frame per second for me. I don't get motion sickness here. But the problem is we're way off from there. But you know what? This is a new technology, and
look, it will get cheaper. Every new technology is ass-numbingly expensive when it comes out. Remember what 3D TVs were like when they originally came out.
True.
Remember what the PS3 was like when it originally came out. So technology will get cheap. I have no worries about that. What I'm worried about is when there's a technology that I can't use.
I mean, look, I would very much like to have a PSVR, but unfortunately I cannot.
If GTA ever makes VR, I'm definitely getting it. That's the one thing. If that happens, I'll be like, I don't care how much this costs.
Those
I'm getting this
shit that Japan makes. Do they have a VR?
They do. There are actual PlayStation VR exclusives in Japan that have dating sim
I don't want to even imagine the motion sickness I get there.
So, I mean, look, for anybody who is interested in the higher range VR segment right now, this is probably the fact that HTC is putting down the price and everything is pretty good for anybody who can afford it. If
£700 though.
Look, no,
£800. Sorry.
£800 and £500 for the just original Vive. That is substantial. That is substantial. It is
I'm
a substantial
pretty sure
amount of
even
money.
if the people who actually work in pounds think that's pretty substantial.
I mean, okay, just to put this in perspective, £800 is roughly, I'm guessing about $900. However, because of sales tax differences, it'll probably only be about $700 in the US. And
sure, I thought it was more. Isn't it like a pound is $1.50 or something?
I'm not 100% sure at this point. It's not that much. It's not $1.50 if I'm not mistaken. But the thing is, the sales tax in the UK, along with the increase in the price of the item, is usually much more in Europe than it is in the US. So you can expect it to be either $799 or $699 for the Pro, and $499 or $399 for the normal amount.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're currently sitting on £16 to the rand.
You mean 16 rand to a pound?
Sorry,
I was like thinking, hold up.
Yes.
So shall I do that calculation, or will I just admit that neither of us are going to be able to afford this?
Look, we won't be able to afford it. That's without a doubt. But the thing is, though, it's not bad overall for people who would like to get into the VR scene and want the best VR headset, because HTC's Vive is by far the most competent VR headset that is released. But again, you pay for the quality. That's usually how it goes. The more expensive something is, you're paying for the quality. The PSVR is the cheapest, but it's also made from the cheapest materials, and it uses old technology in the form of the Move, the PlayStation Move controllers, which failed tremendously. But I will hand it to Sony. They did great there. They were like, these Move controllers failed tremendously. We have a giant fuckload of them in our in our
storage unit.
Yes, in our storage unit in our factories. How do we sell them? How about we make
and then
way
in the background there's a guy. Guys, what?
Yeah, VR headset.
What?
Headset.
What?
And then you have to hand it to Sony. They turned it around because the PSVR is the best selling VR headset.
I mean, the price.
It's the best
supply and
selling.
demand.
The price, supply and demand. There's so many people that have PlayStation 4s right now. It's just a no-brainer at this point.
I wonder if the Switch can go VR.
No, it can't. There's no way.
That's probably next system.
With the hardware that the Switch has, there's no way it can go VR. Switch is great because it's portable and can be a home console, but let's be honest, it's not that much more powerful than a Wii U. It isn't. Unfortunately, it isn't, but you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Graphics don't really count so long as gameplay is concerned, and Nintendo knows gameplay. So
yeah, I mean, there's not too many first-person Nintendo games. Like the only one that's coming to my mind is Red Steel.
Yes, exactly. So that's good. So yeah, to sum up, for anybody who's interested in HTC, the HTC is HTC Vive Pro or the HTC Original. Just wait until the 5th of April, and you'll probably be able to get it.
Oh, Metroid Prime VR would be dope.
Oh, that would be. But unfortunately, again, probably next console from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But alright. Last news segment of the day. Criterion Games are cooking up a bunch of things.
Is it meth?
Cooking up meth, yes. Criterion Games are cooking up meth.
My mom once accused me of cooking meth, even though I wasn't.
Turns out it was just a ruined pizza.
No, I was trying to clean my pipe by boiling it, and then apparently the resin got stuck to the pot, and she was like, "Are you cooking meth?" And I'm like, "What?"
Who squealed? I mean, no.
Alright, so Criterion has just, for the people who have bought it, they've just done the remaster of Burnout Paradise. Okay? And they were stripped to about 16 people as well, recently. Which is pretty bad. I mean, I'll be surprised though, guys. This is EA after all. They own Criterion.
Yeah. So God damn it. EA keeps on popping up in these. Can we do one new segment where we don't talk?
Unfortunately, EA is just the one that keeps shitting the bed. They keep shitting the bed.
But why do we report on this shit in the bed?
Because people need to not buy their games.
To not buy the shit in the bed.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Don't touch the shit.
Then, however, they did make the VR mission for Star Wars Battlefront, the original one, the Starfighter Assault mode. And now they're back up to 100 people. So they managed somehow to prevent EA from fucking them. Well, you have to admit, that's pretty impressive. Good on you, Criterion.
That's the secret. Butt clenches. You get your ass nice and strong. Someone tries to get in there. Squeeze!
How many times have you had to use this method to protect yourself?
Yes. Look, on the bright bright side, though, they do say that they want to protect themselves. That they are saying that they want to bring their own flavor to video games, and they have been working closely with DICE. They've been working closely with DICE, so they haven't mentioned anything of what they're actually releasing yet.
Yeah, flavor. EA doesn't like that.
They are saying they're cooking up a bunch of things.
EA hates the word flavor, along with creativity, diversity, interest, storyline, and not making money.
Here's a good question for you guys. All right, so with Criterion, they are saying they're cooking up a bunch of things, but we all know how EA is. How long do you give Criterion until EA shuts them down?
I don't like these words, flavor and cooking. Like, I'm pretty hungry right
now. When's Anthem coming out?
Sometime next year.
Because BioWare's next, so I'm giving it 4 months after BioWare gets shut down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Urbia,
I would have to agree. Like, maybe 6 months.
I'm thinking that Criterion might actually die before the release of Anthem. That's really what I'm going for, because honestly,
but this
has happened. This has happened many times. Remember, during our EA episode, we went into depth about this. A lot of these gaming developers were working on something, and then EA just shut them down. So
it's been a while since EA shut something down, right?
Like, no, they shut down Visceral recently.
Yeah, how long ago was that? Remind me.
It was during our EA podcast, so roughly about
It's the same time, damn.
4 months ago. Yeah.
Wilson just has his hand all over that big red button that I imagine he has in his office, right next to the one that says anal probe. So
I'm pretty sure Andrew Wilson gets some sort of sick enjoyment from killing companies. He must.
Someone needs to give Andrew Wilson a big hug.
He probably has like
with one of those
that he uses to fire people.
Yes,
like, who will I fire today? He opens up a loot box, and that's how he decides.
Yes, look, I just want Andrew Wilson fired out of a cannon. Is that so much to ask? Come on, guys, that's so much to ask. Please, just fire him out of a cannon. Don't fire him out of a cannon.
And then land in a big tub of something.
Yes, a big tub of shit.
A tub of shit, scalding hot water, whale semen, whatever's on hand.
Whale semen? You know how hard that is to get?
Oh my, Urbia, how do you know that?
I've been in the whaling business far too long to know.
Oh, I knew it!
He's in the anti-whaling business. He has to help them repopulate. Has to show the male whale big posters of a very good-looking female whale.
Look, Urbia, what you do in your free time, I do not want to know at this point.
Oh, you're gonna know. I'm gonna tell you all about it.
I don't want to know it. I don't think our viewers want to know it.
Too bad.
Blue whale has a massive.
Oh, guys, come on, really? Are we really in
Look, I'd rather talk about whale sperm than EA at this point. I'm sorry.
Oh, look, I mean, let's be honest. In terms of the hierarchy of the natural chain, EA is even below whale shit and whale sperm. So like EA is it requires its own segment of listing. I think it really does. It really does. But all right, guys. Any last words? Yeah. Fuck EA.
Hell no. Yeah.
Fuck EA. I was on your side, EA. I told everybody we couldn't sink lower than this. And you will just hold my beer.
I'll sink lower.
I saw what Konami did with Metal Gear Survive, and I will not be outdone. Hold my beer and watch me take this dump.
Yes. Fucking EA. But alright. Hope you guys enjoyed our new segment. We'll see you all next time.
Thank you for all the support and listening to 3 grown-ass men complaining. We hope you enjoyed it.
Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And please consider supporting us on Patreon. If you want to receive updates on our channel, as well as when we release our videos, please join us on Facebook and Twitter. Enjoy, and we'll see you all next time.